So far, you know how to create some very complex shapes, but what if you want to have much more complex shapes and you do not know what tools to select and use? Now I'm going to show you some very nice features in CATIA version 5. Let's create a new part by going to new dialog box and select part. Part 1 is okay. And now, first of all, I want to go to XY plane and create a very simple shape like a rectangle here. I'm going to add some constraint to my rectangle like the width and height. This is going to be about 150 millimeters and it is going to be about 2 or 300 millimeters. Now let's add some symmetry by selecting the first, pressing Ctrl button, second, and this is going to be to symmetric line. So I go and add some symmetry here. And again, I'm going to select this line, and this vector, and add some symmetry here. Now that I have fully defined my shape, I exit my workbench and add some padding. This is going to be 20 millimeters in both directions. So this is the first thing that I have created. Now I'm going to create a very complex shape here. I can go to Insert menu and add a body. And now that I have added a body, I'm going to add some shapes under this body. First of all, I need to go to XY plane again. I go to Sketch Environment, and now you can see that it has added to the body too. But if it was not under body too, that would be not a big deal. I will show you how you can reorder what you want to. So I'm going to draw a circle here, or an ellipse. Ellipse is okay. So I select this, center. This is going to be the major axis. This is going to be the minor axis. And that's okay. So I exit my workbench again. Now I'm going to add some padding, but this time I'm going to have a thick profile. So I add about 10 millimeters of thickness in just one direction. I'm going to have mirrored accent, and I'm going to have about 40 millimeters in two direction for this. So you can see that my shape is something like this. I have two bodies, and if I was, if you know the padding is under the drawing body, you can just open the padding, grab it, and move it to the body that you want to. For example, here you can see that I moved my padding under part body. Of course, the name of the padding is going to change because this actually removes first and adds to the second body. I press Ctrl Z to go back to where I was. And of course, you can reorder what we have in this specification tree. If you want to reorder the pad to, I can go right click on that and go to pad to object. Of course, you can see the reorder here. By opening this, it tells me that where you are going to put this. I'm going to put this after part body. So I select this, and you can see that it tells me, of course, this is not possible to move it to part body. But if I wanted to have this, for example, after pad 1, I would click OK, and you can see that it will move to there, and without changing the name, of course. So these are the ways that you reorder what you want to. So I press Ctrl Z to go back to where I was. Now I have two different bodies, and I can add some Boolean operations to see what is the result of those Boolean operations on these bodies. First of all, I need to go to Insert, to Boolean Operations, and select one of these for Add, Remove, Intersect, or Union Trim. I need to select Add, and you can add the second body to the first body. And body 2 is the second body here. You cannot add first body to second body. If you go and select part body, that is the first body, you can see that I will receive an error that tells me this is not possible. So I need to select the second body, and it is going to be added to part body that is the first body, and you can see that the result is just one body. Everything is going under part body that is the main body here. So I press Ctrl Z several times to go back to where I was, and now I'm going to use another Boolean operation that is going to be remove. So again, I'm going to remove the second body from the part body that is the first body, and I click OK. You can see that second body is removed right now. I press Ctrl Z again, and I go to use intersect. Intersection remains the, common part between the two parts. So I'm going to select the second body. The part body is selected by default. So I click OK. You can see that only the common area between these two parts is remaining. So I press Ctrl Z, and this time I'm going to select Other Tool, Boolean Operation, and Union Trim. And this time you should select the part first. It tells me select the body to trim. This body is going to be trimmed, for example. It tells me that you cannot use this feature for the first body. So the only possible body that I can use is body 2, 3, or anything that I have created after part body. So I select body 2. Now it tells me that it is selected. Now let's select this feature again because it was deactivated. I select the second body. You can see the trim dialog box right now. It tells me that which face you want to remove and which face you want to keep. If I want to keep, for example, this face, it tells me it is not possible to remove this. So I select this face again, and these faces are going to be there, and I click faces to remove and select this face. This is going to go. So I click OK. You can see that what I have here. Of course, I have some warnings, and it is going to recalculate what I have, but this is the best I can achieve using this tool. So you have these 4 tools to have much more complex shapes like these, and this is very nice. You can add some bodies, you can trim them, you can intersect them or anything that you want to, and you will achieve very nice features.